Hi, hello and welcome to my channel. Today we are filming a makeup starter kit, and this is for the people that are searching for some great makeup. Most of these are from the drugstore, but this time around I decided to pick I think 2 or 3 products that are higher end, and that is because in my opinion those categories are necessary to be high end because the drugstore doesn't know how to do them. So let's start in order of application. I'm not gonna recommend the primer because I don't think it's necessary. Sure, it is a nice step to have, but if you're just starting up your collection or you just want to add something to change a bit your routine, a primer will not make the biggest of a difference. So I recommend using like a sunscreen as a primer. That's the best primer because it is a necessary step in my opinion. When it comes to foundation, I always recommended drugstore ones, but now I am realizing that the drugstore doesn't know to do foundations in my opinion. So this is my favorite foundation. I know it is expensive. If you want to try one from the drugstore, sure, but in my humble opinion and in my experience, I tested a million drugstore ones and I didn't enjoy them, so I much prefer this one. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur. It is a blurring medium coverage foundation. It looks flawless on the skin. It is pretty natural but beautiful. If you don't want to splurge on the foundation, I recommend you to purchase this one. This is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum, and this is a great foundation and concealer 2-in-1 product. So you can apply a small amount of this everywhere and you will look flawless. But if you have a lot of problem areas, this maybe will not cover everything. So yeah, if you want a no makeup kind of look, you can use this and powder and your base will look really nice. For a powder, it is another category where I think you need to splurge a bit because again, the drugstore in my opinion doesn't know how to do a very long lasting powder. Sure, if you have dry skin, maybe you can use a drugstore powder, but I do have a combo skin and the drugstore powders that I tested are not the best. This is the Huda Beauty one, and I do recommend you to purchase the mini one because it is a bit more affordable and it will last you a really good amount of time. This is the Easy Bake. I have the pink version in the smaller container. This is lovely. It sets everything into place and it makes the biggest of a difference in my opinion. So again, in my opinion, this is the category to splurge. Next, for a bronzer, I think drugstore bronzers are just as good as high-end, and today I decided to recommend you this one. It is the L'Oreal Infaillible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Matte Bronzer. This is so stunning. It is blendable, buildable, easy to apply, and it's a really good bronzer from the drugstore. So in this category for sure you don't need to splurge. For a blush, again, the drugstore doesn't know, in my humble opinion, to do blushes. So I'm again recommending you a mini blush. This is the Benefit Shellie, is the shade that I have, but it is a mini, so again it is a bit more affordable, and this, believe me, it will last you a really long time. It's just better. The drugstore is creating some really metallic kind of blushes or very matte, flat, lifeless kind of blushes, so I much prefer higher end, and I think this one is a good option because it comes in a mini as well. Let's talk about brows. In here I think you can purchase something from the drugstore like this pencil. I really love this one. It is the NYX powder pencil. This is my favorite one, but my favorite brow gel is the Too Faced one, but you can for sure find one in the drugstore. I would recommend you the Maybelline one. I don't know how is it called. I'm gonna put a picture. This one is pretty good. Still prefer the Too Faced one, but if you don't want to splurge because this is pretty expensive, that one is a really good option. Let's talk about, oh, I forgot, highlighter. For highlighter, I would recommend this one. You don't need to splurge in the highlighter department. This is the Essence Baby Got Glow Liquid Highlighter. This is extremely affordable and really good. You just need to apply it with your finger on the cheeks. It looks flawless every time. Can't recommend it enough. Now let's talk about some eye products. Again, in here, I do prefer higher end palettes, but if you are a beginner or you just want to add one pop of color or something, there is no need to splurge. I do have some products to recommend. So Essence has these two shadows, 2-in-1, and they are really nice. You can create a full look with only these and maybe put something in an inner corner or something, but they are very easy to use. They are pigmented. You can create a nice look with this one. And then Catrice released these ones. They are like multi-chrome shadows, not the best out there, but it looks beautiful on the eyes. So overall, I do recommend this one, and it is very, very affordable. So if you want just to add one pop of color, this is a great option. And then to recommend the palette as well, I really like this one from Wet n Wild. I think it is a great option, and you can create multiple looks with this one. They have multiple options of colors, so it is a really nice palette overall. And lastly, with eyeshadows, I want to recommend a shadow stick. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour eye stick. This is great. It's just pigmented, it stays in place, you can apply it on the waterline. It's just a great option overall, and again, from the drugstore. In the mascara category as well, you for sure don't need to splurge. My favorites are from Essence. This is the brown one and this is the black one. Can't recommend them enough. It's the Lash Without Limits and the Lash Princess. They are just great overall, so there is no need to purchase anything else. Let's talk about lips. In my opinion, the best lip liner formula, maybe in general. There are some others that are great, but again, you don't need to splurge. These from NYX, the NYX Line Loud, they are just perfection. They are creamy, easy to apply, but at the same time they are staying in place. They have multiple options, multiple colors. Can't recommend them enough. And as well from NYX, they did release this one. It is the NYX Lip IV. This is the lip stain that is flawless. You can apply it on your lips. It is very smooth and even, and you can wear it as a gloss, and then after a bit you are left with a stain, and the stain is very even, beautiful, and it lasts a pretty good amount of time. So can't recommend this product enough. And I did purchase the lighter shade, so I could only assume the darker shades are staining even better. And as well, I want to recommend another gloss. I'm wearing this one today. This is the What the Fake from Essence. This is a plumping gloss, but it looks so nice. It's juicy, a bit plumping, but not the worst pain ever. Can't recommend it enough. It is affordable, very affordable, and it looks just as good as high-end lip glosses. So this was everything. I know that purchasing all of these, it would cost a pretty penny, but just to add one product a month or something like that, I think it is doable, and some of these are really, really affordable, and you can create multiple looks with these, and they will last really, really nice on the face, on the cheeks, and on the eyes. So I hope you like this video, and if you did, please give it a like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you next time.